Hi, I'm Dr. Tiffany Shelton Mariel. I am a neuropsychologist and published author, and on this channel, I make videos on how to intentionally get more things done so you can actually enjoy your dream life. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you my favorite things from May that actually help me enjoy my dream life, and hopefully it inspires you to do the same. All right, first up, I'm going to share with you things that have been keeping me organized. The first thing, some travel stuff. So I haven't used this bag yet, but I am going to preemptively say that it's going to be my fave. So I bought it to travel. We are going on a trip to Texas, and I'm filming this video like right before we go. So I'm not adding it just yet as a top favorite, but it is a preliminary favorite. It is a travel makeup case. I've had other makeup cases before, but I like this one because it actually is going to help me fit on myself. Too big, but it comes with a mirror on this side. You can actually connect the straps here on this and hold it up. So if you want to keep the mirror like that where you are, you can do your makeup like that. You can also take the mirror off, and you can see that it has the lights here, and it'll stand by itself, and then you can Velcro it back if you like. You can move those compartments inside there. I'm just like super excited to use this. And you can put your makeup brushes on that side. So it's just kind of an all-encompassing one, like really sturdy. The outside is sturdy, so you know your stuff isn't going to be broken. So I had to share that with you guys, even though I'm going to be using it here shortly, and I haven't used it yet because I'm very excited. And I'll let you know in June how to go actually using it. But just in case you're traveling and you need like a sturdy makeup case, want to share that with you. Another travel fave that I'm excited about, my kids have been mismatching the lids, so I'll have to put the lids back. You can see here, but these containers for traveling. So I got this set that comes with 4, and then I also got this set that comes with 2. So let me tell you why I like these. First of all, they're not going to be just like everybody else has those squeeze one. I feel like everybody has the same thing, and you know, we want to be different around here. So I really like this frosted glass that this one comes in. And then to fit like my modern organic vibe aesthetic, I love this like wooden lid. And then you'll see you can put all your creams and like travel things that you want to take in here. And then it shuts securely and tightly. And I like this because getting things into those little squeeze ones are just so hard. Like you got to use a funnel, then you got to put a spoon to like push the stuff through the funnel. This, you can just scoop your creams in, and there you go. These are also some smaller ones that are silicone. So they have like a grip around so it can stay closed. And then they have the container in there, and I'm excited for these. These are going to keep me organized as I'm traveling. Now, this next thing that has been keeping me organized, you guys know I love me a good organization bag. If you have been following me here on my Instagram, and this one is probably one of my faves. Look at this baby. So this is where I am storing all my nail supply kit. So I do my own nails. The stuff was just becoming a lot and getting everywhere. So I looked high and low for a bag that can keep my stuff. Has 3 tiers. So the first tier, I have my gel remover thing in there and some extra supplies, has zippers inside. The second tier has cords for some of my machines, my nail files and nail tools up here. And I'm going to show you the bottom because that's where the magic is. And you can actually unzip off the third tier if you want to like travel with this or something. I don't know why. Like, I guess if you do nails, that's what it's made for. You can take it to like people's houses and stuff. But for me, it's just staying in my room, so I don't need to take it off. It has a little thing. Look at that. I can just open that for all your nail polishes to fit in there securely, nice and organized. Oh, it's just a dream come true because all of this was like in a bucket trying to be organized, but it was just kind of a nightmare. And now everything is nice and pretty. So when I go to do my nails, it actually makes things faster because everything is here. The only thing I don't have in here is like my drill, because it's a whole thing with a light on it and everything. And then my big UV lamp. But those are together since they're like the machines, and everything else is here. Let's move on to what's keeping me well. So a lot of you guys know that, or some of you may have known that I have stopped drinking alcohol at my house. Now, I may still have a drink if I go out like on a date night or something, but for the most part, I'm no longer drinking alcohol, particularly at home. What I have been trying is non-alcoholic beers, and we have found one from Trader Joe's, which I'll put a clip in here. It's really, really good, really, really tasty. Actually, my husband found it, and it's really good. It actually tastes just like beer. I'm in Colorado, which is a big like brewery state. So I don't know if it's other places. I hope it is. We got it from Trader Joe's, and it's really, really tasty. And then I also put my beauty faves in keeping me well because look good, feel good. And so I want to share a couple beauty faves with you guys as we're moving into summer. I have some sunscreen sprays, and these are particularly like if you want, so we know that we should reapply our sunscreen like every couple of hours. But if you wear makeup like I do, that can be hard to do, to like rub a cream on your face. And those other like very harsh sprays for like to put all over your body are just like not great. So I have two that I really like. So this one I have been using for years, and I actually carry it around with me in my, I'll link it below in case you can't see that, in my purse, in my work bag. And I know it really gets the job done. It is a SPF 50 plus PA+++, so it really does the job. And it's a very fine mist. It's actually something I definitely recommend using, and I've used it for a while, so I know it works. This one I like. It has a strong fragrance, so if you're not into fragrance, I would not suggest getting this. But it has a bit of a finer mist, and I find it a little bit easier to use. It's the Make It Last sunscreen, but this one is only SPF 30 plus UVA and UV protection. So this one is 50 and has all the pluses, and it's a fine mist. And when you spray, you actually really feel like you're getting protection. It doesn't mess up your makeup or anything. This one though is a little bit like more wet, more like on the go friendly. It does have fragrance again if you are not into fragrances, and it's a little bit SPF, but I really like the dewy look that it gives afterwards. It's not too much that you feel like you're just like shining, but it does leave you for the summer, I think, with a good dewy look. So check these out if you're looking to reapply your sunscreen over your makeup. Another thing keeping me well in the month of May was gardening. So we started off some tomato seedlings in our kitchen, and those grew, and we finally planted them after Mother's Day in the garden outside. So just taking care of them. I also started some strawberries and trying to figure out how not the squirrels and the birds to get them. But gardening is always relaxing. It's something fun to do with the kids. I really enjoy it every time it comes around. I would say like the first couple of years that my kids were here, I didn't have the bandwidth to do it. So it's nice that, you know, the older they get, the more things I can do. We're not just in survival mode. So really being able to take care of other beings like plants and like our trees that we have in the house really let me know that I'm getting my pink back. If you know that flamingo metaphor of how a mother flamingo loses her pink after she has babies, because it just takes so much energy. But as the babies grow and, you know, they need less and less from her. I mean, obviously toddlers still need a lot from me, but as they become a little bit more independent, that flamingo gets her pink back. And being able to garden and take care of other things, something that was completely out of my scope when I had my babies back to back, is really exciting. It's definitely something I'm enjoying doing with them, and it's just meditative. Moving on to what's keeping me creative, or definitely doing my nails. Let me show you guys. These in particular is a set that I've been really liking. I got these on Amazon. They're Gel X. Just finding different creatives. Now, I'm definitely a minimalist when it comes to like beauty, in the sense that I like things to look as natural as possible. I'm not going to do like extreme crazy designs on my nails, but just keeping it creative, thinking of something besides the just normal color that I do has been fun. I found these that had a lot of different designs. This is actually my favorite in the box, so I don't know if I'm going to end up doing some of the other designs in the box, so we'll see. But I'm loving these in particular. I love this brand of nails. I know it starts with a B. I can't think of it right now, but I'll link it below. Just being creative with my nails, definitely keeping me creative, keeping me sane. So I had to share those as well. Next up, I'm actually using right here now as my notes is my iPad. I got an iPad for Mother's Day, which was great. I got this case, which I love. I got two cases. This, and I got like an overall case to put it in, which I thought was nice. Again, I'm not one of those people that likes to have what everybody else has, so I was on the search to find something, a case that wasn't, you know, just that bubble bag case that I feel like everyone has. This I thought was very chic, very clean, as well as the color of the case for the iPad. I've been loving this iPad. Actually, we'll say this is keeping me productive, if we had to say what it's keeping me. Definitely just being able to have my Notion on here, my notes on here, being able to, I have a keyboard for it as well, and the stylus pen, but being able to work at night without lugging my laptop around, just having something more convenient. Even here, I'm using it to look at my notes for this video. So yeah, definitely keeping me productive. Something that is definitely a favorite for May that I'm so grateful for my husband for was my new iPad. Okay, so moving on to my favorite memories. So definitely Mother's Day was one of my favorite memories. I know Texas will be on there too, but since we're leaving for that at the end of this month, I can't put it in this video because I'm filming it before we leave. However, Mother's Day was amazing. Definitely, my husband did such a good job, JV. Kudos to you. I woke up, the kids and JV had made me breakfast. So I had breakfast in bed. Then my husband got a babysitter for the morning so that I could just kind of rest and relax and reset. So during that, I went to go get a massage, which was good, so good actually. I had the hot stone massage, the hot salt stone, Himalayan salt stones. They were hot. It was an add-on that we could get for the massage, and I never had that before. Or if I had, I don't think it was with salt stones before. And it was just amazing. And then in the afternoon, I'll try to insert some pics. That's when we actually planted our tomato seeds outside. So that was really nice with the kids. And we had some good memories, just spending time creating memories with the family. So definitely going down as one of the best Mother's Days. I just felt so relaxed and appreciated. And the kids were like doting on me all day. And they made me some gifts at school as well. Of course, I'm going to have to keep those forever, because they're so cute and just those little keepsake. But Mother's Day was definitely one of my best memories in May. Moving on to my favorite mantras. So some of you guys know I'm in therapy, and one of the revelations from therapy this month was this concept of maybe. So with OCD, one of the things that you can do, I have a mild case of OCD, so this may affect people more than others, but one of the things you can do is assign too much meaning to things. Like you find meaning in things that are not meaningful, and that can become stressful because you can also think that you are in control of a lot of things that you're actually not in control of. And then you find yourself seeking to be in control, which causes more stress for you because you have assigned meaning that you can control various things that we don't have control over. So just having this mantra of maybe opens me up to not feel like I have to know why everything has happened. So just to give an example, like, if I say something embarrassing, I might assign that, well, I should have done this, I should have done that. Maybe the person, is going to hate me now, or I'm just trying to think of an example off the top of my head. And so in that situation, just saying maybe they thought this about you, maybe they didn't, like not assuming that I know what the meaning of that interaction was, because 9 times out of 10, you can't control it, number one, and you can't really predict. And you can apply that to a lot of different things, like maybe you're working a job that you don't like and you're trying to find the meaning out of it. Like, why am I in this position, or why am I in this bad relationship? And there may not be meaning or purpose behind it. It may just be a circumstance of life that you're in right now that you can make meaning out of, but it doesn't necessarily mean that there's this already determined meaning that you are destined to. You can kind of own it and say, well, maybe it means that I need to go through this, or a lesson that I need to learn. And you can try to identify that for yourself. And maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just, part of human beings having free will. And this is a circumstance that, fell into my lap in this chaotic world that we live in. Also, not always assigning everything good or every bad thing to God wanting me to go through that. So there was a clip actually that I saw from Sarah Jakes and Dr. Anita Phillips, which was just brilliant. It was with Risa Tisa. And basically the idea behind it, I'll put the clip here, but
that point yet, or do you still feel like I'm still struggling? Yeah. And I'm one of those people where I'm just going to be myself. I'm Teresa, that's my actual name. But in the spirit of being transparent, you all are actually witnessing a woman who is still on a journey of just trying, like, my mind is blown. And I'm asking God, okay, you have me here for what purpose? Because I had no idea it was going to turn into this. And there are things where I still cry. You know what I mean? I still cry. People think, girl, you went viral. Like, you don't have to work anymore. No, there's a whole other spiritual side of it, because I am really like, God, why did you take me through this? And why? I know that I put it out there and I hope it helps someone, but why? Why?
That reminds me, Dr. Anita, you still here? Do you remember, can you come up here for a second? With Dr. Anita and I talk about this all the time, because we go through things that are challenging and difficult. And we're often asking ourselves, like, God, why did you allow this to happen to me? You know what I'm talking about? Can you share what you shared?
I think it's always so important to recognize that a lot of things happened that wasn't God. And we have a generational story, especially in the Black community, where every single thing that happens, number one, has to have a purpose for having happened. That there had to be a reason for it. Everything does happen for a reason, but it's not always a good reason. And so 1 John 3 says that the reason there's mess in the world is because the devil sins from the beginning. Before this purpose was the Son of God manifested to destroy the works of the devil. So that means the devil has works. And sometimes in our pain, we hope it was God's work, because that means that maybe it has a purpose. But what ends up happening is we create a picture of God who isn't actually good. And it's really hard to love a God like that, but we do, and it gets complicated. And so I just encourage myself, we encourage each other, I encourage you, I encourage all of you to recognize that God will force good out of a thing, but that doesn't mean he did the thing. That doesn't mean he did it.
Basically, the idea behind it was sometimes we can go through a really horrible situation, and we might assign it to, why did God want me to go through that, or why did God put me in that situation? And not everything is God's doing. Remember, he gave us this free will, and some people can encroach on your own free will in abusive situations, and we don't want to attribute that to God. While God can make good out of bad situations, it doesn't necessarily mean that he was the creator of that situation for you, even though he can make good out of bad. She explained it much more eloquently than I did, so I'll put the clip here. But yeah, just this whole concept of maybe not over-assigning meaning. I don't feel like I really did a good job of explaining that here quickly, but it's been helpful in my life, just not feeling like I have to have all the answers, not feeling like I have to assume, what other people are thinking or why I'm in certain situations has been really helpful for me. And then we have my favorite book of May. It's the only book that I've been reading actually in May. I finished building up a second braid at the end of April. So this is The Power of One More. In transparency, I haven't finished reading it, but so far so good. This was recommended to me by someone in my accountability group. And this concept of so the subtitle is The Ultimate Guide to Happiness and Success, The Power of One More. And it's just this idea of, can you take one more step to get closer to where you want to be? Maybe you don't have to get it all done today, but can you just do one more thing? Can I film one more video after this? Can you just do one more sentence in that report you have to get done, or that paper you have to write? And really building on that momentum is the concept of this book. Again, it obviously goes into it in more eloquence within the book, but this book has been a favorite and also the only one, but I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a new book to jump into. Okay, guys, those are my favorites for the month of May. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Leave me below what are some of your favorites, what's keeping you sane this last month so we can help each other out. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers to planning, manifesting, and enjoying your dream life. Namaste.